was with my friend for many years. So he put a little bit extra TLC to it. And I was involved with getting it for my wife. I don't want to call her designer, but she's got a very good taste there. So we did that. And most people actually offered to hire to design my house. It was my wife. She's too busy.
Missed you guys too. Mike has been so long.
So quiet. No kids in the audience? Nope. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I'd like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When a hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearings, board members have visited most or all of the properties listed on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns of the interested parties. At that point, the public hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard tonight. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
Yes, we have two postponements. They are Hearing 10, Appeal 26-122, Supret Singh, and Hearing 11, Appeal 26-123, Supret Singh.
Is anybody in the audience here for those hearings? Okay, let the record show that no one appeared, and let's call the first hearing.
Excuse me, I'm here for 26, 122.
Yeah,
What?
that's been postponed. It's not
What's-
postponed,
That's not posted.
26, 122?
is it? Oh, it is.
10.
Okay, that's number 10.
Oh,
Okay. You want to come up here? No, you can speak to the secretary right here.
Yeah. So are you an interested party, neighbor? Should I call? Okay, you're gonna get a
Yeah,
new
wait, she
notice, there was
finishes.
a problem with the mailing, so not everybody was notified correctly, so we weren't unable to hear it tonight.
Okay.
So it's gonna be postponed to another date, and you'll get another mailing to let you know what that date is,
Got it.
okay?
So I'm free to leave.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming.
you, thank
Thanks
you.
for coming down.
Okay. Hearing 1, Appeal 26-114, Nicholas Biberon at 389 Rose Street, Massapequa Park.
Hi. Raise your right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Nicholas Bavarian, 389 Rose Street, Massapequa Park, New York.
Thank you.
Sneeze.
Good evening. My name is Nick Babirian, and I'm the owner of the property located at 389 Rose Street in Massapequa Park, which is a corner property. I recently applied for a permit for my existing PVC fence, and it was denied due to the portion of the fence in my side yard, which is technically my second front yard, that sits along Rose Street, being 6 foot tall. I'm here seeking a variance in order to allow my fence to remain. I am not seeking to change anything as it relates to the fence. I have owned the property for approximately 7 years. The fence was there when I purchased the property in September of 2019, and to my knowledge, the fence was existing when the prior owners purchased the property in 2010. The fence is well-maintained and affords my family, including 2 young children, privacy from the road and the park that's directly across the street. None of my neighbors have ever complained about the fence. Without the fence, I would lose all privacy, and if I were to move the fence back to the 25-foot setback mark, I would lose almost half of my backyard. My understanding is that the fence would normally not be an issue, but for the fact that I am a corner property and technically have 2 front yards.
That is true. All right. Anybody have any problem with this?
No,
No,
his
no
driveway is
sightline
fine.
issues.
It's,
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have the original affidavit of mailing that I was
Take
asked to
it,
bring.
please.
Thank you
sir.
very much. Have a good evening.
You
you.
too, thank you.
Good night.
Hearing 2, Appeal 26-121, Carla Talapani at 407 Violet Street, Massapequa Park.
Hi. Counsel true to these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Michael Truhart, 17 East Deer Park Road, Dix Hills, New York, 11746.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
I'm here tonight on behalf of Mrs. Talapani. I am the agent and contractor for the job. Mrs. Talapani purchased the home only last year, 2025, and everything that is on the property was done by the prior owner, the existing deck, the fencing, masonry patios that are shown on the surveys. So we're looking to just maintain what's there right now. And they would also seek to put in a modest-sized in-ground pool in the backyard. This will be fully in the ground. There'll be no view from the neighbors. And of course, the 6-foot fence would help their, screen it for privacy for them. And there's no real detriment to the neighborhood or, to the environment. So we're hoping that the board would look favorably upon this application.
There's not much other space to put a pool on this corner property.
Yes.
Did you know if they reached out to any of the neighbors?
Yes, actually, thank you for reminding me. I do have 3 letters.
You're welcome.
I have 3 letters of non-objection from immediate neighbors,
I like that.
including directly across the street where the pool would be located if permitted.
You can submit those.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No sightline here either.
Okay, thank you. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, good evening.
Hearing 3, Appeal 26-108, Sunrise Promenade Associates at 5288 Sunrise Highway, Massapequa.
Thank you much.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. For the record, Philip Butler with the law firm of Forcelli, Deegan, Tirana on behalf of the applicant. I don't have much to say on this application. I think it's pretty straightforward. This is an existing shopping center. For anyone knows, this is the Whole Foods and the Hobby Lobby down on Sunrise Highway in Massapequa. The former TGI Fridays, which is up on Sunrise Highway on a pad site, is being redeveloped into a Shake Shack and a Jinya Ramen bar. Those tenants require a monument sign. They would like to put it in front of the building. The location in question requires a step back variance because it's as far back really as they can put it without encroaching into the parking lot. So if you look at the site plan for it, it's kind of moved back into the landscaping, but they really can't move it any farther off the road. There is a minor variance required for the area. It's 13 square feet. I respectfully submit that that's de minimis and really not intrusive. So I think the variances are pretty benign in this case. Not going to change the character of the neighborhood. Obviously, this is a very commercial area with lots of ground signs, no detriment to the environment. So we ask that the application be approved as presented.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions?
No, it's exactly as he said.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board to be forwarded to by our office. Thank
Thank
you.
Hearing number 4, Appeal 26-124, and Dina Delori at 122 New York Avenue, Massapequa.
Officer, will you adjourn these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Salvatore Koshia, permits are us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm here on behalf of Mrs. Delori, who resides at 122 New York Avenue, Massapequa. Property is located in the R17 zone. They're proposing a pergola and a roof over a gross floor area of 4836.53 square feet, where 3,794 square feet is allowed. The pergola is 224 square feet, the roof over is also 224 square feet. Both of these items are proposed, are open on all 4 sides, and we have no issue conditioning this application, if approved, to remain open.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
You too. Thank you.
Next is hearing number 5, Appeal 26-135, Randy Spellman at 14 Division Avenue, Massapequa.
Sue, can I see the old variance? Can I see the old variance?
Officer, will you adjourn these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Andrew Kaplan, architect, Oyster Bay Drafting, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
We have before you a property located at 14 Division Avenue, Massapequa. This is an R17 zone. We are seeking relief for the following variances: lot coverage and floor area. I like to point out that this is a pre-existing non-conforming property, specifically the lot size being 5,000 square feet, where 7,000 is required, we're 2,000 square foot deficient, and that the existing lot coverage and gross floor area are both over their maximum. Both those overages were originally approved under the decision 15-400 in December 17th, 2015. Our scope of work includes a 1-story addition in the front of the house where the porch currently exists, a 2-story addition in the rear, a 2nd-story deck, and a front portico. Though we're asking for the lot coverage and the floor area, all of our setbacks are compliant with zoning. Concerning the lot coverage, the maximum of 25%, or in this case, 12,050 square feet, is what our maximum allowed. The existing is 26.5, and we're proposing 31.65. That would be 332.5 feet over the maximum. However, it's only an additional 257.5 feet compared to the existing that's there. Of this coverage, 222 square feet is the 2nd-story deck, and 35 square feet is the front portico. The physical home, the internal space of that lot coverage, is only 1,325 square feet, which is still a modest-sized home even for this size lot. Just as a matter of record, if we had a 7,000 square foot lot, we'd be as of right, but we're not, but just so you know. The maximum gross floor area for this property is 2,250 square feet. We are currently existing at 2,301. We're proposing 3,201. Of that overage, much of it is actually, again, the 2nd-story deck because it counts both below and above because it's above a certain height. Same thing goes for that front porch. So out of that, essentially 35 square feet accounts for the porch, and again, 444 square feet of our total floor area accounts for the deck. It remains a 3-bedroom home. I provided you some plans and elevations of the house so you can see it. The deck does not lead to the ground. You can't access it from the 1st floor. It's only accessible from the primary suite. We're keeping it that way. Again, as a matter of record, if we had a 7,000 square foot lot, we would be over by 1 square foot.
You did your math.
Yes. As you kind of can see from the satellite image, there are many homes comparable in size, if not larger than this home in this area. And many homes have decks that are raised or up on the second floor that would overlook either the canal or the water itself. I'll take any questions if you have any.
Any concerns?
I do not, no.
Anybody else? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Next is hearing number 6, Appeal 26-117, Jessica Rosenberg, or Roseberg, at 245 Normandy Road, North Massapequa.
Good evening.
Please raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Michael Biggin, I'm representing the Rosenbergs. My address is 1 Stewart Avenue, Bethpage, New York, 11714.
Thank you. That's it.
Good to go?
Good evening.
Good evening. We're looking to put a 6-foot-high fence on a corner lot to contain the side yard for her dogs and children.
Okay, I see where the fence is marked on the survey. Is there on Lewis Court another house to the north of them? So, here's Lewis,
Right.
right, and your fence goes here. I want to know what's here. Is there a house here?
Yes.
Where's their driveway?
It's on the opposite side, I
Okay.
believe.
Thank you.
And then across the way, the opposite corner, there's another PVC fence of similar construction. We'd
The
be-
same, it's almost the same.
Yeah, we'd be duplicating that same layout, so it's not out of tune with the area.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody in the audience wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice night.
Hearing number 7, Appeal 26-106, Edward D. Felici at 199 Merritts Road, Farmingdale.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale, New York. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen of the board.
Thank you.
Cast up some photos. I'm representing Edward D. Felice of 199 Merritts Road, Farmingdale. Mr. D. Felice is the landlord of the building. Evergreen Convenience is the tenant, and they're seeking a variance to maintain a wall sign exceeding the maximum width and sign area than permitted. This is a convenience store in a strip center on Merritts Road. Merritts Road is a busy road with a double yellow line. Visibility for signage is difficult. This sign is not out of character with this, and with the other tenants in the strip center, as the photos show. 6 of the 8 other tenants have similar signs, and also directly across the street in the other shopping center, they have similar signage. This is not a wide store, making any type of signage difficult.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Hearing number 8, Appeal 26-105, Cholman Park at 125 Sycamore Avenue, Bethpage.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale, New York. Casting up some photos, consent letters for the board. I'm representing Ms. Park of 125 Sycamore Avenue, Bethpage. The Parks are seeking a variance to maintain a circular driveway, not having the required front yard setback, and to maintain a driveway having less side yard setback than required. This driveway is much needed, as the home is right off Stewart Avenue, which is a very busy road. Sycamore Avenue is a cut-through to the neighborhood, and parking in the street is very tight and dangerous. This offers the homeowners the ability to keep their cars off the street and get in and out of their property and their driveway safely. There is curbing on both sides of the driveway. Water runoff into the neighbor's yard is not a problem. 90% of the homes in this development have widened driveways, as parking is an issue. This driveway is definitely not out of character with this neighborhood. The homeowners have reached out to the budding neighbors at 121 and 127 Sycamore Avenue. They both signed letters of consent. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition. It's always been well-maintained, and there's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, my concern is this isn't a widened driveway, it's a circular driveway leaving no front yard.
There is no front yard. One of the main reasons they did this is because the people coming right off of Stewart Avenue enter that road fast, and they've already had a car get hit out there, and it was a reconstruction of the house, and when they did it, they widened the driveway.
Did they make these curb cuts without permits?
One of them is existing, the other one's gonna get a permit once the variance has been approved. It was an existing curb cut there.
Is this self-created? No?
They did it when they did the reconstruction, yes.
What? Oh. Anybody wish to speak? Okay, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Decision will be mailed to you, thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 9, Appeal 26-116, Pirabis Samar Singh at 94 Broadway, Bethpage.
Thank you. Promise to tell the truth during proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of Pramisar Singh of 94 Broadway, Bethpage, New York. We are requesting a variance to maintain an existing second kitchen for a proposed parent-child use, which is located in an R17 zone and permitted with the Zoning Board of Appeals approval. Pramisar Singh will be residing on the second floor. His sister Tanish Kaur will be residing on the first floor. The adult occupants have signed the Declaration of Restricted Covenants, which requires one entry, one doorbell, one mailbox, one boiler, one electric meter, minimum of 5 open risers to the second floor, and for the permit to be renewed every 3 years. 3 off-street parking spaces will be provided. I do not have consent letters for the application. They were requested of the owner. The existing property is well-maintained, and the proposed conditions will be consistent with the character of the neighborhood, and that completes our application.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Do you have everybody's
I do.
licenses? And Mr. Palumbo, everyone understands the conditions of the parent-child?
Licenses are updated.
Thank
They
you.
are.
Yeah.
Okay, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Does anybody in the audience wish to speak on this application? Public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded
Thank
to you by our office. Thank you.
Hearing 12, Appeal 26-96, Ramu Mahia at 22 Monroe Avenue, Hicksville.
He's coming.
Didn't realize there was a cancellation. Again, for the record, Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm appearing on behalf of Ramel Mahia of 22 Monroe Avenue, Hicksville, New York. We are requesting a variance to maintain an existing 8-foot-high vinyl fence, which is located in an R17 zone and exceeds the maximum permitted height of 6 feet along the rear property line. The rear yard abuts the Plain Lawn Cemetery, and there are multiple properties along Monroe Avenue with 8-foot fences or fencing between their properties and the cemetery. We're also requesting a variance for an existing shed that does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 3 feet, maintaining a side yard setback of 0.1 feet. Note that the existing oil tank, which is not before you, but that will be properly screened from the adjoining neighbor and the street as required. Photos of the property, along with 6 letters of consent, have been submitted to the board. We're also in the process of satisfying a notice of violation with code compliance which was issued for this property for an above-ground pool. Pool is removed and filed for, a proposed pool is filed under this application as well. The property is well-maintained, and the existing structure is consistent with the character of the neighborhood. That completes our application.
I don't know that I would agree it's well-maintained, it's okay. There's other 8-foot fences along?
Yeah, there are other 8-foot fences. As a matter of fact, in one of the photos, you could see to the left, the property, which is south of the subject property.
It's like a wood fence?
There's like a wood, yes, right, a wood picket fence that's about 8 feet high as well. It's
Okay.
common condition in that neighborhood.
Okay. Anybody have any?
No, no.
Good one, Flo. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our
Thank you.
office.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Next is hearing number 13, Appeal 26-103, which will be heard in conjunction with hearing number 14, Appeal 26-104, 2 Liberty Avenue Incorporated, located at 2 Liberty Avenue, Hicksville, New York.
Thanks.
I have some exhibits for the board if I can hand them up.
Yes, please.
Great.
Okay, again, for the record, Philip Butler, Forcelli, Deegan, Tirana, 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard in Uniondale. Good evening again, Madam Chair, members of the board. Thank you for hearing this application. We're here tonight seeking variances for a proposed 2-lot subdivision of the premises at 2 Liberty Avenue in Hicksville. This property contains 10,712 square feet located on the southwest corner of Old Country Road and Liberty Avenue in the R17 zoning district. It has 120 feet of frontage on Liberty Avenue and 103 feet of frontage on Old Country Road. It's currently improved with a single-family home that was first constructed in 1954. It was a hoarding situation, so the home's in pretty bad shape, so it's kind of beyond salvaging. The surrounding area consists of other properties also in the R17 zoning district, and the Cole Memorial Park Complex is directly to the north. The applicant would like to demolish the existing residence and subdivide the subject property into 2 building lots. Parcel A would contain 5,700 square feet and would have 70 feet of frontage on Liberty Avenue and 103 feet of frontage on Old Country Road. Parcel B, which would be the interior lot, would be 5,000 square feet and would be a uniform width of 50 feet front to back. Both lots require lot width and lot width between the front and rear yard setback variances, and additionally, parcel A requires a front yard setback from Old Country Road because of the average front yard setback there is 28 feet, and we would be providing 16.8 feet. So obviously, the surrounding areas are R17, so we're downzoning the property effectively by 2 zones. However, the pattern of development in this area features a significant number of smaller lots in the 5,000 to 5,200 square foot range. Specifically, the properties at 6, 8, 10, and 12 Liberty Avenue are all 5,000 to 5,200 square feet with approximately 52.5 feet of frontage on Liberty Avenue. On Prince Street, immediately to the west, 12 of the 14 homes on that street are lots containing 5,000 to 5,100 square feet with only about 48 to 51 feet of frontage. To the east, but still in the same R1 zoning district, the vast majority of the homes on Arnold, Robert, Edward, and Walter Streets are situated on lots that are 50 feet wide and contain 5,000 square feet. And then in the neighborhoods on Gable Drive and Gable Road to the northwest, nearly all of those lots are substandard, and many of those are comparable to the lots the applicant seeks to create. In the materials that I provided for you, we did some research. You'll see an aerial of the area, the proposed lots as they've been laid out, and then you'll see a tax map from Nassau County where I've laid out basically all of the non-conforming lots in the immediate vicinity of this property. All of the lots that you see in red are comparable lots that are 50 feet wide and 5,000 square feet or thereabout. The ones in blue are also non-conforming but are slightly bigger or have different frontage than the lots that we're proposing. And then I provided as backup to those all of the tax maps, so you can actually see the dimensions of all of the lots that I've highlighted, if you care to go through them. So the proposed subdivision will actually allow for a redevelopment that's in keeping with the scale of what's around it. These will not be McMansion homes. Each of these homes will have footprints that are less than 1,000 square feet with a separate detached 200 square foot garage. Each home will be 2 stories. They will have an unfinished basement with ceiling heights under 7 feet. There will be no separate access from the outside. So based on all of that, I respectfully submit to the board that this development is in keeping with the character of the neighborhood. It will not adversely affect the character of the neighborhood, and it will not be a detriment to the environment. So we respectfully request that the application be granted.
Have you, did you do any reaching out in the neighborhood?
Not on this one, no.
Okay.
So each of these parcels will have a pretty extensive driveway trip?
Oh, I should have mentioned that, thank you, yeah. So each of the properties will have a 75-foot long driveway, so that can accommodate at least probably 3 cars. And then you'll have the detached garage that can be either used for,
You said that was two-car,
sorry?
two-car garage?
No, it's a 1-car garage, but it's a 75-foot long driveway to the back. So
It's hard to see on the spec because the grading is so small, but what's the width of each one,
the width of each what?
of each house?
30.
It's 30 feet. Sorry, that's why I printed this on tablet. It's the biggest that I can. So each home is roughly 31 feet, 31.5 feet deep and 30 feet wide.
2 bathrooms?
There will be a half bath on the first floor and then 2 full upstairs.
Okay. And 3 bedrooms, 4?
There will be 4 bedrooms upstairs, and then there will be a room on the main floor that can either be a guest room or a den or an office.
All right, anybody in the audience want to speak on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Phil, there's extra of these, do you want them?
Hearing 15, Appeal 26-107, Gurdal Singh at 49 Gardner Avenue, Hicksville.
Still under oath.
Hello again. For the record, Andrew Kaplan, architect, Oyster Bay Drafting, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York. We're seeking relief for 4 variances at the subject property, 49 Gardner Avenue, Hicksville, New York, located in an R17 zone. We are seeking relief for the following variances: side yard, lot coverage, encroachment of eaves and gutters, and a setback on the driveway. This property does fall under specific plan from approvals 08-44 from November 13th, 2018, and 67-238 dated June 7th, 1967. This is a non-conforming property as well. The property is 5,000 square feet where 7,000 is required, 2,000 foot deficient. The existing lot coverage and the side yard and eaves and gutters, as well as the driveway setback, are also existing non-conforming. Concerning the lot coverage, the maximum coverage is 25%. We are proposing 26.37. That's an overage of 68.5 square feet for a property of this size, and that we're conforming to the gross floor area still, even with the expansion of the home. I believe that's a rather de minimis ask for this size property. I do want to point out, just for the record, that the existing 1-story on the rear right side of the house was built without permits, but essentially we're tearing it all down and building it all brand new as part of this application. The minimum side yard setback requirement is 8 feet. Both the existing and proposed is 5 feet. The second floor is compliant to the zoning at 8 feet. However, the existing stoop that is there, where we're building the 1-story portico, is what's triggering the side yard setback variance. It's an open portico with 2 columns. We have no intention of ever enclosing it. It also helps giving some extra coverage to the home during any kind of rain or snow or other precipitant events. Obviously, the eaves and gutters would encroach too because we're at the 5-foot setback. The existing driveway, which is at the rear of the property, coming off the Fifth Street or Dakota Avenue, whichever one we're using for this, has a existing setback of 2 feet where 8 feet is required. This is an existing driveway. We're not changing anything to it under this application. The location doesn't affect the intersection. It doesn't affect any neighbors. There's a little 4-foot fence to the side of it, which is then grass to the neighbor on the other side. If anything, the fence that might be on our property might be actually more unsafe than anything else to ourselves and anything else. It's an existing fence. It's not under this application, but it's there, and if you have any questions, I could answer about that as well. Overall, the house isn't really changing particularly too much on this lot, as most of the stuff is vertical for this construction. Sorry, that's it. I'm out of stuff.
Okay. So it is an undersized lot. It's existing.
Yeah.
Pre-existing, okay. And the driveway is existing, they haven't changed that.
Correct.
All right. Is anybody on the board?
a
Questions?
question.
Go ahead.
So on the driveway side on the side street,
Mm-hmm.
on the submission here, you have chain link fence, but I see there's a wooden stockade fence.
The wooden stockade fence is actually ahead of that chain link fence, is actually behind it. I'm not sure why, if you look at the survey that I have here, it is noted that the wood fence does exist
To me, the
on that.
stockade fence is
what his house
a
is right
structure
there.
pulling out of the driveway.
I'd be willing to either reduce that in height or cut that stockade fence back to expose more of the chain link.
That causes a side issue.
Yeah, for the owner themselves, yeah.
Can't have that.
I see no
Even if it
reason,
causes him a side issue, it's still our problem.
of course. I just don't see any reason why we couldn't cut that back for better sightline.
We're gonna make that a condition of this variance, should
Not
it
a
be
problem.
granted.
Yeah, is that a chimney off the side of the house?
Yes.
A detached chimney going, how far up in the air?
That chimney is going approximately, I would say about 15 feet up. It is connected to the existing mechanical equipment, and that's how it is currently. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, actually, it probably was raised actually because of the second floor.
Right.
Because by code, we have to be at least 3 feet higher than the closest structure within 10 feet.
Can that come in?
If we were to change the chimney out entirely and do a direct vent system for the mechanical, we could. However, I would have to speak with the owner if they want to upgrade the mechanical system to do so.
Just,
It's a little odd, I understand.
yeah, it just doesn't appear to be conforming with most houses in the neighborhood or that I've seen.
I could speak with the homeowner about that to see what we could do about, because it's, the only thing that's connected to that chimney is the mechanical. And it's quite possible they might be upgrading because they're adding the additional square footage to the home. If so, I could have that, probably gone to direct vent versus a chimney itself.
So we're gonna then put this application on reserve until you
Sure.
get back to us.
No problem.
Okay. In the meantime,
Could you show the stockade fence cut back at the same time, please?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
we're talking 8 feet, a section.
Sure.
Okay. So before we close the hearing, there is a letter from a neighbor I'm going to read into the record.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Ashok Masand at 43 Dakota Street, Hicksville. In reference to the above hearing, which unfortunately, due to short notice, I am unable to attend, I have the following objections. I object to this one as it may cause dumping of excess rain and snow into our yard, possibly leading to flooded basement and foundation damage. Also, reduced setbacks increase risk of fire spreading between homes. Blockage of light and air into windows, reducing privacy, will invariably follow. I object to this because it alters the neighborhood character, creates shadows, and blocks sunlight. 1 to 2 feet deviation that does not restrict emergency access or property line maintenance should be fine, but who is guaranteeing me that there will be no water displacement? Is Mr. Singh willing to indemnify us for such an eventuality? I believe the decision granted by the Zone of Appeals dated November 13th, 2008 should be altered, nor the specific plan amended. My apologies, I could not be present for the meeting. Is anybody in the audience want to be heard on this application? Please come up.
Just raise your right hand.
Yes.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
My name is Hector Gonzalez. I live on 40 Dakota Street, Hicksville, New York, 11801.
Did you say 40?
40, yes. My mother is the owner of the home. She actually is a single mom, and I'm proud to say that she owns that home, and that's why I'm here representing her. I am an overnight nurse, so I really don't understand what he was talking about with the construction of the home entirely. But I'm here just to say that our concern is that the maintenance of the home currently isn't being well kept. So any addition to the home that is going to be done to the home is a concern for us for possibly the amount of people living in the home as well. My mother takes very well care of her home, and everything is maintained. I actually garden for her all the time.
You bet.
And that fence, the chain link fence that's shared with us has poison ivy, and we've told the neighbors countless times to just trim it, and I'm not gonna go on their side of the home to do that myself, although I would if they allow me. And there have been, again, this isn't due with the construction of what's going on, but there have been people relieving themselves after a party on our property through that chain link fence. And I just wanted to just put it in record that the maintenance of the home is something that is very worrisome on our part, and the quantity of residents occupying the home as well. So under my understanding, I think what I was reading, I thought they were gonna construct a second story of the home, but I don't think after hearing what he said, that's the case. But if that is somewhat what.
They are proposing a roof-over cantilevered second-floor addition, two-story addition and shed, which is going to raise the building coverage up.
Yes.
So concerns that you have, address us, and we'll have him answer them.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes,
How many
please.
people you think are living in that house?
I would say more than five or six, and different families circle through that home as well, and people are parking their car on the actual grass of the backyard. So that is a concern of ours as well.
Send code.
We could send code enforcement out there.
Okay,
We can send them out there to go inside the home, outside the home. Yeah,
it's the character of the community because I grew up there since I was a kid, and my neighbors have always been helping us and we help them. And maintenance of the home was of integrity for who we are and everyone around me and every home around us. So the maintenance of the home right now is not showing great integrity.
okay, so can you just describe that a little more to us?
Yes, so the backyard grass is very high. They have countless amounts of backyard patio furniture that if they actually laid it out, would be useful for someone to sit in, but because it's toppled on top of each other, it's attracting rodents. So now we are making sure that there aren't any mice or large rodents coming towards our property, even though we see them scurrying around their driveway. And apart from that as well, they're having fires in the summer sometimes in some metal garbage cans that they'll bring. And the fire will be out until 2 or 3 a.m. And then, like I said, people are having a good old time and then defecating, not defecating, but relieving themselves on our property through that chain link fence that he mentioned that's 4 feet tall. And then also, just for side note, there's a lot of children that are running without any supervision. And I don't have any children, right now, but if that were my child, I would want to hold their hand when they're crossing the street.
Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that.
Okay.
I hate to hear it. Have you ever approached them?
Yes. So I am very forthcoming with everything that I'm telling you to them, and I say it in a respectful manner. And I also am bilingual, and they seem to be Hispanic, so I speak in their language as well. I've made my concerns known to them, and I've made it known to my mother that there needs to be conversations had to get any type of progress, especially in situations like this, respectfully. So I have approached them.
and there are things that continue
Are
to
they
do.
respectful back to you?
At first, and then afterwards, they don't respond.
So, when those parties occur, I highly encourage you to call the police after
Okay.
11 PM.
Yes.
And call the town, you know, we're gonna send code over there, but
Yeah.
there is a code enforcement bureau in the town that you can call.
Okay.
You shouldn't have to put up with that.
Yeah.
Are the owners living there?
I don't believe that the owners actually live on the premises. They are renting the property to different families. And I know this because I've spoken to at least 2 couples there that live on the property. There may be a third. And since I've been there as a child, I know that the back portion of the home used to have kind of like a place where it just had like mosquito netting, and there was a door and you can kind of hang out in this little section, and it wasn't a room or anything like that. But since it's been made into like a portion of the house, and I think that a separate family lives just in that little section as well.
Do you think there's multiple families living there at the same time?
Yes, sir.
You say I've talked to families
Yes,
at
sir.
the same time.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, this application, as you heard earlier, we're gonna put it on reserve due to a construction issue, and now due to this issue. It will not be voted on tonight. Your testimony is now part of the record, and we'll close the hearing tonight, but we will not make a decision.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks for coming
And we will
down.
send code enforcement.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I cannot speak for character of people at the moment.
No, you cannot, I know. We don't hold you accountable for that.
Just putting it on the record, because I usually probably would ask now how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms are in here. There are 4 bathrooms in total, 2 on the second floor, 1 on the first floor, an existing one that's already in the cellar. 5 bedrooms in total, 2 existing ones on the first floor to 3 new ones are on the second floor and in the addition. Just to kind of touch on the letter, as far as light and water goes, it's the same footprint essentially. I mean, if there's runoff, there's runoff. I mean, the building department, of course, during their final review could ask us to put in either additional dry wells or something if there's some geographical or geological issue that's there. Light, the house faces mostly both the north and the east, because that's how Dakota and Gardner work. So the tracking of the sun is, it would cast most of their shadows towards Dakota Street, generally speaking. But as far as maintenance of the house, people living in there, unfortunately, I'm just kind of filling in today for this application. I don't know too much of the client myself personally. But I understand your concerns, and we'll
Well, I
get some
think,
things understood.
The thoughts I want to get to your client is it makes a difference when we hear that.
Understood.
You know, it's not, is it part of the 5 factors? It could be, you know, it could be. But we're not looking favorably on anybody in this town that A, doesn't maintain their property and is not a good neighbor.
Understood.
So, you'll talk to your client about that and also about the chimney?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something I can control at least.
How many bathrooms again?
Total of 4.
4 bathrooms, 5 bedrooms, that's a big house. A lot of people could live in there. Which, we can't tell you how many people can live in the house. Well, we actually can, because there is a building code. But the maintenance issues are, that they are an issue for us,
Understood.
okay?
Set up for a interior inspection for code, would we set it up with you or just go to the client directly?
I would probably say go to the client directly, but keep
Very
us in
good.
the loop in case we have to
Certainly.
help.
Very good. Thank
Okay.
you.
Nassau County Planning Commission,
Recommends local determination.
motion,
Decision.
public hearing is closed, decision of the board will follow. Thank you.
Hearing 16, Appeal 25-475, Laura Poe at 3 Pearl Drive, Plainview.
Again, for the record, Andrew Kaplan, architect, Oyster Bay Drafting, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay.
Yes.
One more merry-go-round, guys. We have a property located at 3 Pearl Drive in Plainview. It's an R17 lot. We're seeking relief for the following variances: lot coverage, front yard setback, and the setback for the shed. Much like the other 2, this is a pre-existing non-conforming lot. Lot size is 6,858 square feet, where 7,000 is required, 142 square feet deficient, minimal, but I'm still gonna note it for future information. The lot coverage requirement is 25%. The existing essentially is 24.99, so we're just under the maximum currently, and we're proposing 25.2%. It's an overage of 14 square feet. Essentially, adding the more functional front vestibule to this home creates that overage. Interestingly enough, very few homes on this street have one-story porticos, so hopefully we're starting a nice trend for the look of the neighborhood. And essentially, we're asking for a very diminutive ask when it comes to the lot coverage. For the front yard setback, the minimum is 25, however, the average front yard setback controls this at 27. The existing is 27.6, however, the proposed is 22.47 from the dwelling and 18.97 from the portico. In total, we are 8.03 feet deficient based on the average setback, however, only 5 feet from the technical minimum of the zone. The only work being performed to the front of the house is that small vestibule and the front portico. That's the only part of the house that's actually encroaching into that setback. So overall, it is a very minimal encroachment into the property, as much of the home in its existing state complies. Considering the shed, both of them would require a minimum setback of 3 feet. The proposed is 1.3 and 1.4 feet respectively. While the sheds don't require permits, they need to follow our setback, as we all know. It'd be preferred to keep them where they are, as they do not create any particular hazard to the adjoining neighbor. There are no structures that would back it in case there was a hazardous situation such as a fire. As well, there is a tall fence that does mostly cover the view of these two sheds from the neighbor, so it isn't much of an eyesore. Overall, I would like to try to keep them if possible, but if required, we can shift them to the 3 foot. If you have any questions, I'll take them.
My concern is not lot coverage nor your sheds, it's that you're pushing into the front yard quite a bit with the portico. I have you 10 feet off code.
Potentially, we could set that little vestibule back another foot, and right now, the portico, we kept it pretty minimal at 3'6", while 3 is the minimum. It's enough to really stand under, open your door. The additional space for the home, getting that little extra space gives us some extra storage for the home, which, because it does lack a coat closet situation or anything like that internally.
What is it off now?
It's off the living room, and it continues to be off the living room.
I apologize, what is it off the front yard now, do you know?
Yes, the existing front yard is 27.6. And the vestibule, as I said, would be the 22.47, as that, the interior of the house cuts to there. And typically, we're allowed 5 feet from the average. Unfortunately, the house is at the average line. If we're looking simply at the 25-foot setback, being the standard for an R17, we would only be 1.03 feet ahead of the standard 25-foot.
You know, my concern is it doesn't conform with the existing neighborhood. Well, I appreciate a trend you're trying to set. Just my concern is that trend is pushing into front yards, which is what differentiates our neighborhoods from others. Front grass is important, front yard is important.
The existing planters that are there will be maintained. Much of the grass is going to be maintained, as really it's only that small section in the directly front of the home that's really the intrusive section of the house.
All right, we will discuss it. Anybody would like to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thanks, good night.
Hearing 17, Appeal 26110, Lawrence Berenson at 18 Orchard Drive, Woodbury.
Good evening.
Raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address.
Lawrence Berenson, 4 Winter Green Drive West, Melville, New York, 11747.
Thank you.
Could I please have my litigation attorney speak
Of course.
initially to just let you guys know what's
Certainly.
going on?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Sounds good to us?
Good evening, members of the board. Thank you very much. Robert M. Bursky of counsel to the law firm Guzray Kaplan Nussbaum.
I'm sorry, you're going really fast.
Good. Where did you want to start from the beginning? How about good evening? We'll start. Good evening. Robert M. Bursky of counsel to the law firm Guzray Kaplan Nussbaum, 29 Broadway, New York, New York. We are litigation attorneys for Mr. Berenson. And in connection with this application tonight, we don't represent him here, but we are offering his support. And toward that end, we think it's important for you to have certain information relative to why we are here tonight, how we come to be here. In the packet of materials that the board has, at tab number 5, you'll see a contract that Mr. Berenson entered into.
Hold on.
We don't have.
We don't
You don't
have
have
it.
the, there we go.
I'm Paul, I did their permits. Came in midway, so they're marked here.
Thank you much.
The first one that's folded is white, that's the contractor's agreement.
Okay.
So you didn't tear it from the top.
Thank you.
Okay.
Got your handfuls tonight. Okay.
Thank you.
Now we
Now,
have it.
at tab number 5, you'll see a contract that Mr. Berenson entered into in December of 2021 with a licensed contractor to make improvements to the property. And there are 2 provisions in that contract which we want to call the board's attention. And the pages are numbered. On the lower right-hand side of each page, you'll see a series of numbers, CC, and then a series of numbers. If the board looks at the page that ends in 05, you'll see provision 2.1 of the contract. Please let me know if I can proceed. I want to make sure that the board has that provision in front of them.
It's the folded white tab at the top.
It says conditions and payment.
Correct.
Okay.
2.1. And that provision says that the contractor is going to obtain the necessary approval from the local authorities for the works. And that has to be read also in conjunction with another provision, or several other provisions in the contract, which appear on the following page, specifically 4.1 and 4.1.1, which says that the contractor is not going to even start work unless he has necessary approvals, consent, or other authority required under law. This contract was entered into in December 2021. Fast forward to May 2024. Mr. Berenson believes he is positioned at this point in time to sell the property, that he either has or is close to having all requisite governmental approvals to do so. He had no idea that this property was far from being in a positioned to close the deal with a seller. In fact, with a buyer. In fact, the contractor led him to believe just the opposite. So in May 2024, he enters into a contract of sale with a ready, willing, and able buyer. The contract of sale provides for a closing date the following month in June 2024. And Mr. Berenson was represented by a real estate attorney in connection with that contract. Now, you don't have to be a person who knows a lot about town zoning requirements to know that you can't expect to close a contract for the sale of a real property the month after you contract unless you have or are close to having all governmental approvals. And certainly if you're a real estate attorney, you're not going to allow your client to enter into a contract under those circumstances. So Mr. Berenson enters into that contract, and lo and behold, the requisite approvals, consents, town conformity requirements are not met. And the buyer is not happy. But the buyer doesn't want her contract deposit back. She wants the property. So she commences a litigation seeking specific performance, saying, I want you, Mr. Berenson, to deliver the property as constructed and for which I contracted. Mr. Berenson wants to deliver that property, but he can't because he doesn't have the requisite governmental approvals to do so. And that's why we are wound up coming here and being here tonight, because a contractor who he relied upon to do his job in getting those approvals fell down on his job. And with that, I'd like to turn the matter over to Mr. Berenson. If the board has any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Well, so this work was done, all of this work was done by one contractor who didn't have any, he didn't get any permits? Did he apply for any permits? Did he?
I was made aware and I expected, according to the contract, that the permits were being filed. I know I had signed documents that stated, that I've seen from the town, saying, you know, work being done. He asked me to sign it. It was for permits. He said he was gonna take it, get it all stamped and taken care of. So my belief, which unfortunately was not the case, I thought everything was being filed for properly as the job was being proceeded.
Okay, so, permits have been filed because otherwise you couldn't be here.
Correct.
So you got, we're just gonna proceed. Actually, we can proceed as if we didn't know any of that, because it's really not important to our decision. It's a terrible thing that happened to you, but it kinda has nothing to do with our decision. I mean, am I right? Okay. We have attorneys.
Okay.
Okay. So, that being said, I didn't see anything on this application that was so egregious that it would be horrible and we wouldn't grant it, and that's my opinion. I don't know the rest of the
Yeah.
board. I mean, anybody else?
I'm fine with it.
This is Woodbury, and the garage is a little higher than approved, but I'm sure we can't even see it, right? The foliage, it's screened,
There's
that's,
trees around and everything.
I guess
All
my
right.
only question is, do we have an egress? Do we have a basement entrance? Is that it? What does
Yes.
that go to? What does that go into?
So that, there's technically two egresses on the house. There's one on each side of the house. One's by the maintenance room, where all the electronics are in the house, and there's one on the far side by the driveway. So there's two exits out from the basement in the case of an emergency.
but they're not stairs, they're windows.
There is one with a stair,
With a
There
double
is
door?
one
with a double door, correct.
What does that lead to?
That leads to the basement.
And what's in the basement?
Right now, it's just a big open space.
Okay, so there's no.
Which one leads to the mechanical area?
The one that leads to the mechanical area is just the window that goes to a dry well, per se, that you can just climb out of.
You know the ceiling height of the basement?
Offhand, I do not. I believe, I can't speak on exact numbers, but I think it's about 8 feet, maybe, 9 feet. I don't know the exact measurements
And
offhand.
is there a bathroom down there?
Yes, there is.
Three-piece bathroom?
Just a shower tub and, I'm sorry, a shower, toilet, and a sink.
That's
Okay.
two piece. And there's a stairway, obviously, from inside the house to the basement, correct?
Correct, yes.
How long have you owned the house?
So my family's owned it for over 50 years.
Oh,
I've
wow.
owned it now for going on about since 2021 during this whole
And you're
thing.
trying to sell it? You want to sell it?
Yes, we originally were going to live there, but then we decided to sell.
Is there a pool in the yard?
No pool.
Basement ceiling is high, so it's counted in the GFM.
All right. Anybody else have any questions? We're gonna wrap this up. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application, come on up, please. You can have a seat until your neighbors are done. I'm assuming they're neighbors.
Hi.
Good
Just raise
evening.
your right hand.
Sir?
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
Mark Schwartz, 20 Orchard Drive, Woodbury, New York, 11797.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So I would like to just bring to the board two issues to your attention. First being the property itself. By the way, the neighbor, Larry, grew up there, so he was a neighbor of the house. I've been there for over 30 years. When they took over the house, it was not a renovation. They completely knocked it down and built a whole new house. Beautiful home. My issue is drainage. I have a video of recent downpour, water pouring into my yard, pooling, causing erosion in my property, potentially fouling my pool. So the water is not being contained.
Is it runoff from the house, or is it just the swale of the property?
I thought maybe it was from the detached garage that was there, but when I believe he sent somebody down to look at it, the person, it said to me when I happened to see him, he thought it was from their driveway. I don't know what it's from, but it is quite a lot of water, and I could share a video with you if you'd like, because I took a picture.
We can't see it if it's on your phone.
No, I mean, I could send it to you, I could send you the video.
So you didn't have a water problem until?
No. No water problem until the new construction. And then the second issue primarily for me is the detached garage. It's a very unusual structure to have in our neighborhood. It's, not only is it taller than the code that I believe it is, but it's also insufficient side yard setback. So it kind of damages the enjoyment that we have in our backyard for that property. There's no real trees around it, it's just the shrubs on my side of the fence. And, you know, it's an acre of property. They started from scratch by knocking down the house. I don't know why it has to be so close and on top of the fence line, but it is. And those are my two primary concerns, the water and the garage, detached garage.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for coming down. Anybody else? Okay, you can come back up, sir. Yes, of course.
So what's in the detached?
What's in the detached? Currently, nothing. It was supposed to be for my trailer, which I was gonna store there, but right now it's just an empty structure.
Are there leaders and gutters on that garage?
Yes, currently, there are not, because we were told that we couldn't put those on at that point.
You're gonna put them on?
That's not a problem. If I have the approval, I can make that happen. We had gotten a stop work order, unfortunately, which which I'm sure you guys were aware of. So we weren't allowed to touch anything without getting fined, so I didn't want to make the matters any worse.
Well, you know, we are gonna deliberate on this. I know how I feel about it. We'll see how the rest of the board members feel about it. You know, we hate to hear that somebody has a water issue. I don't know if you've been aware of
I was made
that.
aware of it, and I actually am in process of having an expert come over to see what we can rectify to fix it, whether they put a drain in or tap it into one of the dry wells.
I can send engineering.
Yeah,
I can send engineering over to
yeah, we definitely would like to solve that problem for the neighbor, because this is new construction and it's causing a water issue. It's gotta be addressed.
Okay. That's not an issue.
All right, anybody else? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Have a
you.
great evening.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 18, Appeal 26-109, Hollowhead LLC at 40 Pine Hollow Road, Oyster Bay, New York.
Oh, boy.
Sorry about that. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. On behalf of the applicant, Samuel L. Bifulco of Son, Ward, Braff, Coscignano, PLLC, located at 333 Earl Lovington Boulevard, Suite 601, Uniondale, New York, 11553. Before I begin, please allow me to thank you, the board, for your service to the town, as well as staff, Zoning Board of Appeals, for their assistance in getting to this hearing date. The subject premises is located at 34 and 40 Pine Hollow Road, Oyster Bay, New York, 11771, and is known on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map as Section 24, Block B, lots 214 and 216. The overall parcel, joint and common development, is 100 by 150 feet, or 15,000 square feet, located in the town's general business GB zoning district, located not far from here, right up the road on Pine Hollow Road, south of Lexington Avenue. The subject premises is surrounded by other commercial and residential uses, specifically 7-Eleven directly to the north,
a residence in a small strip center directly to the south, which was home to a dry cleaners and other small businesses, a vacant parcel across the street to the east, and Lexington Estates, a co-op development directly behind the premises to the west. An aerial map's been provided in the exhibits package as Exhibit A. The relief sought this evening is to legalize the existing conditions at the site, seeking to maintain a long-standing two-family residence at the premises as well as other existing site conditions. My client purchased the property in March of 2025. He's seeking to renovate and redevelop the site to make improvements to the existing two-family dwelling and various site improvements to beautify the site. As you'll note on the plot plan and floor plans designated as Exhibit B and the survey as Exhibit C, the two-family residence is located at the northeast corner of the property. The application is to make interior updates to beautify the exterior of the structure with new siding, doors, windows, fascia, gutters, etc. And with that being said, to maintain that two-family residence and to legalize the site conditions, we're seeking relief from the code to maintain the non-conforming two-family, to permit an existing garage and existing shed to remain on the property, which requires relief for rear yards and side yard, and to permit up a parking stall, one of the 17 parking stalls in the front yard setback, holding a 0-foot setback where 6 is required. I've provided a notice of rejection from your Zoning Board of Appeals office for your review. A little more context about the two-family. The maintenance and improvement of the 1,468 square foot two-family residence will maintain a desirable feature in the community rather than pose any detriment. The structure is comprised of an unfinished basement, strictly used for utilities, a first floor, which is 834 square feet, including a living room, 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, a small mudroom, and a bathroom. And the second floor unit is 634 square feet, consisting of a living room, kitchen, 2 bedrooms, and 1 bath. With respect to the character of the community, this residence has been part of the fabric of the community since 1925. It's a long-standing two-family residence. And I just want to note, and I'm happy to answer any questions, I've provided ample documentation reflecting the fact that this property's been here in its current condition. You'll note those documents in Exhibit E. I provided the Nassau County tax card designating this as a two-family residence. The second page of that tax card shows the footprint of the dwelling, which has remained unchanged. I provided a copy of the Nassau County Land Records Viewer, confirming the dwelling is designated as a two-family and that the dwelling was built in 1925. I provided the cover page from the Data Trace Certificate of Occupancy Search, notating the dwelling was built in 25, pre-1943, at which time the town began issuing certificates of occupancy. And finally, an aerial map from 1926 showing the dwelling on the premises. Brief remarks relating to the garage and shed. Again, they're existing. There is an approximately 25-foot buffer at the rear of this premises between the subject premises and the Lexington Estates, providing ample screening, buffering, and privacy. Same on the border with the 7-Eleven. There is foliage. I just took a drive-by before I got here, providing screening. And with this information in mind, I would submit that the relief sought for the garage and shed, the benefit to the applicant outweighs any detriment to the area. With respect to the relief for the one parking stall, that parking stall is at the south corner, specifically the southeast corner of the property. There's one single stall that encroaches into that setback. I would submit that various locations along Pine Hollows have parking that's in the front yard setback, specifically right next door at 42 Pine Hollow. There's a driveway there that vehicles often park, as well as in front of some of the local businesses. And I would submit that when we look at this project in its entirety, the beautification and cleanup that's going to take place, again, the application will create a positive impact in the community rather than a detriment. With that said, I do have some information, but I'm happy to answer any questions that the board has.
Does the building to the left of the house have anything to do with this application?
The building to the left, it doesn't, it's, the properties are joint in common development under common ownership. That building has a certificate of occupancy. I'm happy to present it.
It seems like it's not occupied,
At this time, it is vacant, and the thought right now is that's sort of phase two. You know, at some point in time, we may come in before the town to, you know, present an active use for that building. Right now, we have it calculated in our plot plan. It's vacant right now. No one's occupying it, just using it as storage. It was former office space, so we meet all parking requirements for the property.
Okay, so my concern is twofold. One, I like to see Pine Hollow Road improved because I think it is a blight to Oyster Bay.
Sure.
So that building is horrible. It's one of the uglier buildings. And the other thing, and it's really, you know, it's not so much zoning, but that's a residence, and theoretically, there could be children in that building. Where do they play? Where do they go? I mean,
Well, that is a great question. I would say that the town of Oyster Bay has some of the most beautiful parks and open spaces on the
well, you know,
island.
we had one similar, you're right, we do, but we had one similar in Glen Head, and it was a split, like a house with a business, and the kids were playing around trucks, and, you know, there's no delineation, but you know what? It's not a zoning issue, you're right, we have lots of parks.
Madam Chair, while I'm not in a position to make any commitments on behalf of my client this evening, I do care about the community in which we all live, recreate, and enjoy, and I will, and they do tend to take my advice, I will suggest to them that perhaps in the rear of the residence, because it is a sizable lot, we can carve out a small backyard, but at least to give the residents who occupy the premises an opportunity to go outside, maybe barbecue, and get some fresh air. So
I mean,
that's certainly.
Yeah, it is a residence, we've got
Yep.
cars parked all around it, and there are gonna be children in there, there's no doubt about it.
Sure.
So, all right, thank you.
I
appreciate that.
I absolutely will, and while again, I can't make a commitment, I'm pretty confident that they will take my recommendation.
Great, that's great. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Parking again.
Sorry, what was that?
How many parking spaces did you say you had a number?
There are, in Exhibit B, which is the plot plan, you'll see the parking stalls outlined. 17 are shown, 16 are required.
So that's just for the house, that's not included.
No, that does include.
So it's both plots.
Correct.
So you're using, even though it's the same owner, your neighbor's plot for parking.
No, the parcels are under the same ownership.
Right. Okay.
And so all parking is on, forgive me, my paper's got a bit mixed up here. Do you have the plot plan in front of you, sir? Designated as Exhibit B? Might be helpful.
Right here. I'm online here with it.
Okay.
Right.
So what you see there, that entire square is owned by the same owner, and historically, based off of my research, the property's been used in common development with each other. So again, that is all owned by the same person, and so we meet the parking calcs, 16 required, we're showing 17.
So where does that leave you when you go to develop the building on the north side?
Well, that includes,
So in other words, if you develop the building on the north side, you need no parking for whatever you're gonna build.
correct. No. We're showing that vacant office building. We're showing that vacant building here. We're bookmarking it as office right now. So the two-family residence requires 4 spaces. The office building, we're bookmarking it as office. It's just under 2,000 square feet. That requires 10 spaces. The garage requires 1 space, and the shed, I think because of its size, requires 1 space.
Here's your 15.
Correct, 16 required spaces, we're showing 17. So if we utilize the space as office, we won't need any parking relief. If, and this is under discussion and contemplation right now, but you know, it's important that we get the property moving and active. We've owned it for, you know, not we, the applicant has owned it for over a year, getting to this point at this time, so we want to, you know, revitalize the premises, revitalize the residents, and that will come next. I know parking is a concern, and my clients will be speaking to me soon as they contemplate this redevelopment for the commercial building, and I'm going to recommend to them that we stay within, you know, parking constraints.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other correspondence?
Audience?
Nassau County audience?
Yeah, anybody wishing to be heard on this application? I didn't think so.
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion,
Decision.
public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Madam Chair, members of the board, thank you for your time.
Sam, these are
Thank you.
extras, just so you might want to keep them for your file.
Holdover
Thank you.
1, Appeal 26-44, Malali Rasuli at 2 Layton Avenue, Hicksville.
Raise your right hand, sir. Would you raise your, promise to tell the truth
Good
during this
evening.
proceedings?
I'm Miguel Ramirez. I live in 33 Lamont Place, West Babylon, New York, 11704. I'm in representation of the property owner of 2 Layton Avenue in Hicksville, New York. And she's my daughter. She's gonna assist me because sometimes I cannot hear so well, and then she's just gonna repeat after me, after you.
Into the
if I cannot
microphone.
hear it.
Into the microphone.
I'm sorry, tell me that again?
You gotta speak into the microphone.
All right. So, the ground of this application consists in 3 variances. The first one is requesting to maintain the existing exterior cellar entrance with the 5.7 feet setback instead of 8 required by zoning. And then the second one is second variance is to permit existing addition. It's a 144 addition with the right here it says a rear yard, but I think there's a misconsideration here because this is a corner house. It's a corner lot. There is no side yard, but rear yard, but that is a side yard because this is 2 front and 2 side yards. Well, right here it says variance to permit existing addition with a rear yard of 17 feet instead of 21. Actually,
19.5.
that's a side yard, not a rear yard.
Okay, it's 19.5.
So, actually, all these variances almost is a condition that exists with the original house. What they did is just maintain almost the existing house footprint.
What is in the cellar? What is in the cellar?
In the,
In the cellar.
oh, the cellar is a finished cellar.
What's in it?
There's a bathroom. Let me show you. It's open for recreation. Also to maintain an existing emergency exit window.
Is the bathroom a 3-piece bathroom, meaning a
And
shower?
then
and
we
a tub
got,
and
huh?
everything?
Is the bathroom a 3-piece?
Yes, with a shower.
Okay, thank you.
What else? Oh, also, there's an existing computer room, everything open space, yes, and then the boiler room and the,
Has
This
there
is
ever been,
storage.
has there ever
It-
been a
it-
kitchen in the
it's-
basement?
no kitchen.
Never?
No, it's not allowed.
I know. Neither are cellar stairs.
Yeah, they know, this is just for recreation, for family use.
Okay. All right, So this was all, was this done before you purchased the house?
Was it done before they purchased the house? Oh, actually, no. Part of the is like the garage addition, but inside the house, the current owner did. They paid to some contractors, and they said to the owner that they was gonna take care of everything, the permit and everything, but they didn't, you know, so.
All right, anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing holdover 2, Appeal 25-494, Michelle Vasquez at 3 Rustic Court, Plainview.
Michelle, are you here? You are here, okay. I'm looking at her thinking she's Michelle.
Would you raise your right hand, sir? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Your name and address.
My name is Julio de los Santos. I live in 10852 38th Avenue, Corona, New York, 11368. Julio de los Santos, Julio Delos Santos, de los Santos.
And the address again, thank you so much.
108-52 38th Avenue, Corona, New York, 11368. Yeah. Good evening, meeting of the zoning board.
Good evening.
As I said, my name is Julio de los Santos. I'm an architectural designer and principal of Architectural Design LLC. I'm here and finally representing Ms. Michelle Vasquez on 3 Rustic Court, Plainview. We ask for your favorable consideration and mercy to Mr. Vasquez may legalize and complete this work under permit and inspection. We get 3 variances. The first variance is for a roof over the terrace on the side yard. The roof over the terrace has a side yard of 7.83 feet, just 0.17, almost 2 inches short as required for the 8 feet. And the rear yard that is required 25 feet, we are providing 22 feet and 4 inches, less than 3 feet short. The second variance is a patio pergola, which is in the rear yard. The patio pergola is their planning is a decorative patio, like a wood structure, in which is fully open with no walls, no roof panels, and no enclosure. It sits on the rear boundary and is for residential outdoor amenity only. It causes no drainage issues, no obstruction, and no nonsense to any surrounding property. Regarding the third variance is regarding the lot coverage and the gross floor area. The structure has a lot coverage of 28.14 against the 25% maximum, and the gross floor area is 4,479 square foot against the permit, which is 3,616. It is good to point on this variance, the entire exceedance comes from the 2 open outdoor structure. The house itself is in compliance and no enclosure living space is being added at all. So here we're asking for this structure. No neighbors loses light, air, privacy, or property value, because of covered terrace and the open pergola. It's good to point the intentions of they are a contractor and they were doing with no permit. So they get a stop work order, and that's why I came to the scenario. They called me and they hired me to do the process. So if you have any question or something, and I appreciate your time.
Go ahead, Lisa. She was out there.
I would not be happy having to look at that myself. It's not done very well. Have you spoken to the neighbors? Have any of the neighbors?
No.
It is unsightly. I mean, you're not asking for a height variance, but you
Yeah.
can see it over the fence. I'm surprised nobody's sitting here tonight, because I wouldn't want to look at it either. It's ugly.
It's unfinished.
What?
It's unfinished. So it was in the process of construction. That's why the stop work order, they haven't done anything since. The structure was in progress. So.
So are they gonna finish painting it?
They're gonna finish, let me tell you, these people, if I take in consideration whatever they did on, like on their house, they have a very good taste. I don't think they're gonna leave it like that.
Well, the house is attractive, but.
It's good to point that the structure is not finished. They get the stop work order and the process, so they need to.
She has it on her phone.
I have, can I show you? I only have one or two pictures here.
Is it on your phone, or are they
No,
photos?
I printed
Yeah, pass
out.
them up, please.
Rita, we looking at the same?
Great, super. I don't think so, no.
No, doesn't look like.
No.
It was redone.
Perfect, sir.
Also,
It was Doug's redone.
There's
That photo was taken.
a couple of, we did a rendering.
Looking past. This is the, that's the pergola cover.
Oh, yes.
This one you need
And
to
this
do.
one is on the side.
Those are some renderings of what the project was supposed to be at the end, when it's finished.
This is the renderings of the finished project, which is not there yet finished.
All right, I mean, we can't see.
Finished is nice, but.
And it's not, they're not asking for height variance, so it's not. That's the first thing I looked at.
I'm gonna keep those, is that okay?
Yeah, yeah,
Very
I'm
good,
su-
sir.
sure.
Make it part of the record, okay?
I printed this for you
Very
to keep
good.
it.
I would advise your client to not add anything to this. Don't add any more. They're gonna finish it. Tell them not to build another thing on that property, because they're really, really over the gross floor area. So
Yeah.
I would advise them to just not.
That was exactly what she told me, because during this process, it's been almost a year plus, they get divorced, and unfortunately, they had to finish everything as good as possible because they will sell the
They're gonna
house.
sell the house? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
All right, thank you so much.
One more, love.
Okay, all right. Next is Appeal 24-507. Here, it's holdover 3. Alicia Lombardi at 17 Lincoln Street, Farmingdale.
Here she comes. All right, raise your right hand, please.
Hi, how are you? Yes.
Yes. Thank you, your name and address.
Okay, Alicia Lombardi at 17 Lincoln Street in South Farmingdale, New York, 11735. And I guess I am here because I put a shed that is too big. I didn't know, actually, I wanted to buy a bigger one, but I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
I was not aware that I had limitations about where it was located. I guess ignorance sometimes is a blessing, right? It's really in my property. It's behind my fences. And to be honest with you, when I saw this problem, I was gonna get rid of it. I says, you know what, just get rid of this shed. Because you know, it's getting hard for me even to pay my taxes, and probably eventually I'm gonna be selling my house, but I have grandbabies, and now I have bicycles on it. I have the scooters on it. I have toys in the pool, and I'm like, crap, I gotta keep this shed. Now I gotta fix this problem. I do apologize for my ignorance. I just really hoping that you guys see, I took some pictures, that the shed is not in anybody's way, it's not blocking anybody's view. It's a very pretty one. It's you can barely see it. You just can see the little roof a little bit, but I guess, again, I didn't know that was too big. I brought some pictures, and I apologize for my ignorance, and I hope we can fix this, you know, and I can keep it. Just if you want to see the pictures.
So what are we gonna do now? Okay. Okay.
Did you?
See that picture, Sue?
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a very pretty shed.
Yeah, right? It's
Put little window
It's
bottoms.
a she shed.
It's
It's a she shed, that's what I hide when, you know, it's a she
It
shed,
is
you know.
really
when-
pretty.
That's cute.
All right. Correspondence,
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
motion.
Decision.
The public hearing is closed. You can go home. The decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Please, I love you very much, and I want to see you again.
Love you too. Thank
Yes,
you.
have a good night.
Good night.
Very cute. How you doing there, Holly?
I'm fine, thank
You ready to rock and roll? You ready to rock and roll out of here? All right. All right, let's go.
Does feel like that a little.
What's that one?
What's the matter?
Okay, good, nothing, good.
Hearing number one, appeal number 26-114. This was a fence.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You wanna move it?
I'll move it, yeah.
Lois and Brian, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number two, appeal number 26-121. 3 letters of consent with this. I didn't have a
I
problem with
don't,
it.
I'll move it.
Lois will move it, I'll second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 26-108. Also not a problem with this one. I'll move it.
I'll second it. Oh.
Brian, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 4, appeal number 26-124. Pergola roof over patio. Yeah.
Yeah, that seemed okay.
Flo, you will move it?
Yes.
I'll second.
And Lisa will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 5, appeal number 26-135.
I'll move that, I'm okay with that.
Lois will move it.
Yeah.
Who's second?
Yes.
Flo.
Flo. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 6, appeal number 26-117.
No sideline neighbors across the
Yeah,
street
this
have
was
the
good. You want to
exact
move
same
it, Brian?
Yeah.
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 7, appeal number 26-106.
I'll move it.
That was,
LED for, it's the shopping center.
Shopping center.
who moved it? I
I
couldn't hear.
think, oh, Flo.
Flo.
I'll second it if you want.
Flo and Lois, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 26-105.
I don't like this.
Oh, yeah, because of the front yard?
You just decide to get a second driveway, you just do what you want, you build what you want. It's outside of
The
character.
entire design doesn't fit the neighborhood,
No.
but
I mean, you want to
They-
extend your driveway, that's fine, do that.
I've seen them in other areas, and, you know, it's a shame because he's got the rocks
I know, I think if
I
you had
have
some
one-
landscaping,
I
it would have
have
been,
somebody down the block who has one, and it's beautiful, because it's all flowers and plants,
I have
and
to
it's
tell you,
gorgeous.
I think today they actually cut the little strip hasn't been cut since they
Oh.
fixed the house.
And there's
They cut it for
parking all the
today
way
for the
back.
picture.
This is gonna be cars, cars, cars.
I mean, I guess we can't condition it that they put plants in instead of stones, but.
no,
and
unfortunately,
they
we're not
would
the
die probably
aesthetics
in a year.
police,
I know,
but
I know.
I
But it
hate,
really
I
could-
hate the white rocks.
I know, I do too, it looked, but the
All right, we can
garden was
deny it.
gorgeous,
We can
whatever you
deny it, no problem. Brian, you'll move to deny. Who will second it?
I'll second.
Flo will second. All in favor? I'm gonna go along with it. Everybody okay with it?
Deny?
I'm good with
To
it.
deny.
Okay.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. It's denied.
I'll need that.
Hearing number 9, appeal number 26-116. They have 3 off-street parking spaces. This was okay, I'll move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 26-96.
No, 12.
Oh, 12.
12 is a fence.
Lisa will
8-foot
move
fence,
it.
yeah.
Lisa will move it, I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 13, appeal number 26-103, along with 26-104.
I'll tell you, I wasn't at first thrilled about it, but I will say that there really is, this is kind of a model, I think, for what people should be thinking about when they want to subdivide. Coming in here with a small house, coming in here with plenty of driveway space and a garage, you know, it's the right way to downzone. I'm not a proponent of downzoning, I'm not, but this is
No,
on a
I'm
very
not
busy-
either. I
this is
liked-
on a very busy road, and I think they're doing it in a manner that allows for some smaller houses.
Yep.
Which allows people to buy a house.
Yep.
Maybe not optimal. to-
Or downsize,
Yeah.
you know, either way. There has to be those options in the town, and
Yeah.
that's why I liked it.
I like it.
All right, I'll move it.
Second.
And Brian will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. You're okay with it, right, Lisa?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Hearing number 15 is on reserve. Appeal number 26-107.
Okay, go there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that chimney is really.
yeah.
It's very, there's gonna be a two-story chimney sitting next to.
I've never
one-
seen that
I've
before.
never seen that. It's gonna be standing alone.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I happened to see one
It was
today in
strange,
Oyster
yeah.
Bay it was silver tubing that went up the side of the house and this way, and it was for the chimney, and it was, oh, all right, whatever. Hearing number 16, appeal number 25-475.
Yeah, I mean, my problem on this one is just, you know, I'm not gonna die on this hill, but
I know the front yard.
it really is.
I'm gonna say this about this one, if they were coming out with the whole house to that, this is just the portico, so I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, me neither.
If they were bringing the whole house out that far, I would have a problem with it.
6, 8 foot wide.
He said he can come in a foot on the portico, you wanna make him do that?
They have to redo all the plans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. We will keep an eye on those front yards, but like I said, this one is just really the portico that's
Yeah, it's
intruding.
somewhat de minimis,
I'm not gonna say anything else. I'll move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Vote to deny?
No, go.
Hearing number 17, appeal number 26-110 is on reserve.
Yeah.
Hearing number 18,
And then number
Oh,
8,
that's it. Oh, right.
eight,
What are we doing on reserve for this one? I'm sorry, just tell me what,
The drainage.
yeah,
Water mitigation.
well, I'm gonna send engineering on the.
yeah.
And is this the one we're sending code to?
No.
No,
That's not the one.
but he's,
You didn't put the leaders and gutters on yet, so that's what
Yeah.
engineer's gonna come back.
Oh,
and
right,
tell
this
me,
isn't the one
Is that
that
there's no
goes-
gutters, but
yeah.
he's not allowed to put the gutters.
well, he's gotta put them on.
He
That's,
can't.
but it'll be a condition of this variance.
But they can figure,
Understood, but what am I putting it on reserve for?
but Sue, can they figure out?
I don't mind putting it on reserve, but I just wanna know why. What,
Well, for engineering.
I know, but
But can they figure it
can't
out?
do
All right, hold on.
If that's what's
You're right.
doing it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
we don't
that
know
might
for
not
sure
be
that
what's
that-
causing
I mean,
the
we
problem.
assume that's what's doing it. Can't they go out there and say
Is
that's
this
not
number, what number are we talking about?
17.
17.
I don't know where it
Darren
is.
Sin, the guy at the big house in Woodbury, the
Here it
White
is.
House.
I picked this up by mistake.
The
Okay.
reserved one.
Um,
I mean, I could send engineering about the water, but that's not really,
Detached garage
it's not really a
or
zoning issue.
the guy who came up and had a problem with it,
He said the water
He's the
was
next
coming up,
door
but
he
then,
also said, you know what, I wanna go look at it.
fine, that's fine.
Because
Just
I
so I know
asked
why.
him, I wanna look at it, cause I asked
Inspection.
him, is that garage, cause it's Woodbury, I assumed you couldn't see the garage, cause it's so.
Well, you could see it from the street.
And the neighbors say, so I wanna go look at it.
Sure,
That's why
inspection.
it's on reserve.
Very good.
Okay.
Just so I have a note for myself,
Yep.
because then I don't remember.
No, I hear you, I won't
Yeah.
remember either. Hearing number 18, appeal number 26-109.
Can I say my piece on it?
Oh, on which one?
18,
Yes.
Yeah.
on 18, so it's two buildings. They have it listed under 40 Pine Hollow Road.
Yep.
But he's using the parking from 38 Pine Hollow Road as well. So what's gonna happen is, he's saying it's the same owner, right? So when somebody puts something in number 38, and they go to sell either or both of the buildings, now they're gotta come back for another variance, because they have no parking, because all the parking.
No, they
is
don't,
being-
that's not true.
How's it not true? If you
That
look at
building
the
has its own
diagram,
parking. He needs 4 spots
And he has
for the two-family, he has them. He needs a spot for the garage, a spot for the shed, he has them, and he has enough spots for that building if they use it as an office. And he's over by 1. If he decides he wants to put a restaurant in there, that's a whole different can of worms, and he will be back here.
Yeah.
But he has the parking. He has enough parking for everything on that property. I was hoping for everything to be redone at once, because, like I said, Pine Hollow Road it needs a little zhuzhing.
Yeah.
But he does have the parking.
So just for the the two-family house, there's enough parking on that one lot?
Yep.
And then he's coming back and putting a little play area, right?
He says he will. I mean, it just concerns me that kids would be, really, the play area there is a parking lot for kids, and I hate that. But we can't do anything
Because
about
when he
it.
started talking about 14, 15 spaces, that's what,
He's got 17 altogether, and he needs 16. So he's not asking for parking.
Yeah, he's not asking.
So I'm gonna move to, I like this. I think if they fix the house up, it'll be a good thing.
I'll second it.
And Lois will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 1, appeal number 26-44. Oof.
Outside cellar entrance, full bath, and the rooms downstairs have closets.
so they put the cellar entrance in after the house was built.
I couldn't get even that information, if they put it in or not, it doesn't really matter, it's there. There's a bathroom in the basement, it's in Hicksville.
You know, I know you don't like closing up entrances, but you've said a number of times you have to show, you do not have to show the foundation. You
We have to
a hole in
close
the
it up.
wall.
I didn't say, I didn't use the right term.
Okay.
You have to close it up.
Correct.
Yeah. No, I know that. I just used the wrong word. What do you guys think? What do you wanna do with it, Brian?
You know what, look, I think it is what everyone thinks it is, right? That's an apartment in the basement. It's got every component of an apartment in the basement.
We put it on the
Can we just
garage door.
deny this existing cellar entrance?
We could do that.
What if we go by and see like, you know, kind of activities there?
It was quiet today when I was there.
You went by it
Yeah.
there?
And the cellar entrance is on their driveway, so the house is on a corner,
Yeah.
and the cellar entrance is on the driveway side, which is on the opposite side
He
of the
did have a
corner.
point about the
But
yard setback because it's the corner piece,
that
right?
extension, there's not a whole lot of room between the extension and the garage. And I don't know what's going on back there.
So I'm gonna just say, since I've been here, I feel like this is the type of thing that I've seen get denied, so just for consistency purposes, I think there's a lot of, or at least for this year that I've been here for the meetings, the board has not been inclined to grant something like this.
Okay, thank you.
Right, but we really never
Yes.
made
Thank you.
anybody close up an existing entrance either, right?
Have to take the
Well,
shower
we've
after
got
the
a little
permit.
pushback on,
Right, we're trying to balance the interest of this homeowner in having to spend capital, right, to take something out that's there versus.
what we could do is make them take the bathroom out.
Yeah, but he's not asking for
It's there.
that. It's there.
You
I
want
know,
it, well, we can make them do it.
I thought.
We've done
You know,
that.
the-
We've had
Yeah,
things.
You
Either
wanna
do it
keep
two
the cellar
piece.
entrance, you lose the
We've had
bathroom.
to
That's
take
our
the three-piece.
concern, is that you're gonna rent it out. You're gonna use it as living space. If there's no bathroom down there, that takes that away.
So you put that, no bathroom and no kitchen, you said he never had one?
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. He said he never had one. I honestly, I don't believe it.
So
I
you
think-
could-
It's
you could
also
put that
hard.
in there, no bathroom and no kitchen?
Well, we don't have to put no kitchen, cause that's illegal anyway. But we can make them take the bath, we can make them take the shower out.
You could keep a two-piece.
We do that sometimes.
I think that would be more cost-effective than
Yeah.
taking the cellar entrance out.
Right.
All right,
With that.
King Solomon, we have a decision.
Okay. Condition shower shower to be removed,
Yep. I'll move it.
Three-piece into two-piece.
okay.
Is everybody okay with that? I mean,
I am, the only thing I think of is how easy is it for them to take it out,
and put it back.
put it back? Yeah, which you can't do with the cellar entrance
We
because
could
it's
sit here
never
all
been-
night,
yeah,
too.
yeah, I know, that's true, that's true. No, it's,
They're gonna balk
Reasonable.
at that, believe me, they're gonna balk at that. They're
Yeah.
not gonna like it,
No.
but
no, I think that's a,
who wants to second it?
I'll second it.
Who's not gonna like
Brian. Brian seconded. He
it?
beat you.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved.
The owner
Which-
having to remove the shower.
which is the one that we're sending, code to? It's the one that, guy from Oyster Bay Drafting, I think,
Yeah,
was here with.
Andrews.
I'm just
I
curious.
wanna get inside.
Yeah, that's-
why I
yeah.
said that to him, because send code is, Gardner Avenue in Hicksville.
Oh,
number
that's that
fif-
one, okay.
Number 15,
Yeah, okay.
where the neighbor came in and said there's multiple families
Yeah.
living in it, and now they wanna make it even bigger.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
put it on reserve, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send code, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
insist that they allow code inside,
Yes.
and they won't be able to come back unless they let us in. So this is.
I like it. We got him.
They can't come back unless what?
We got it. They can't come back, I won't bring it back to you guys for a decision unless they let a code enforcement officer in the house.
Well, you cannot let a,
Oh, yeah.
Never let them in, nobody ever lets us in.
They're nobody. You don't have to
They're-
let them in.
they're
The only
absolutely
people you have to
nobody.
let in your house is somebody with a warrant.
Correct.
what, all right, what about,
Don't let him in.
That was bad legal advice? Was that
Make
bad?
sure they have the warrant.
what about you,
I don't know. Is that right? You have to have a warrant.
if somebody.
No, that is
It hasn't
correct, by the
changed,
way.
right?
If
Two
somebody
ways,
wants to
consent and warrant.
inspect your
Okay.
yard, for argument's sake,
I'm sorry?
what about your yard? Are
You-
they allowed to- they can't walk on the,
No.
code enforcement can't walk on
No.
the property?
No, neither can we.
No,
You can't go on
Not
can't
private
go on the
property.
property.
Only by consent. They can see what they can see looking over a fence, that's it.
Yeah.
And with their drone, yeah.
I mean, that's why it's so hard with some of them in the backyard,
The
you can't see it.
He's gonna get a drone now.
So, well, let me ask you this, let me ask you this, only because I have a specific case that I know somebody, whatever. So, let's say my neighbor complains, okay? Your neighbor complains, this guy has a shed, he's got this, he's got that, okay? How does the code enforcer gonna go and look?
They're gonna go knock on the door. They'll
They'll go to
gonna,
the neighbor, they'll go to the neighbor's
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
And see what they can see from what they
Yeah.
can
I mean,
The
literally,
neighbor-
you could
if-
bring a
if the-
step stool or a ladder and go stand on the sidewalk and you, or a drone. You could do
Yeah,
all
you
of
just
that.
can't go on their property
Yep.
unless they give permission.
Yeah. And if the neighbor is complaining, they may let you on their property.
Oh, they
And
definitely.
say, look in the, you know.
Exactly.
Listen, remember that one in Glenhead? The guy wanted me to go in his bedroom, remember? I'm like, well, that's going a little too far. And he was so creepy. Oh, my
So how was the bedroom?
I couldn't tell you. Okay, holdover number 2, appeal number 25-494. I had a little change of heart. I don't really like the way it looks over the fence, but if they're gonna finish it and paint it, it's gonna look a lot better. So and then nobody complained, so I'm willing to move this.
Okay, I'll second.
And Lisa will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. And this lovely Alicia Lombardi with her little shed.
That was so cute.
You wanna move it?
Sure.
Lois will move it, and I will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Going home.
Observe
Not
decision.
yet.
You're such a party pooper. Can I have that yellow folder if you don't want
Appeal
it?
26-79.
Thank you.
Let's see, so what the person came up that day said that they were on a projection was a fence. They said, well, it's not my fence. They asked us to go back and look at it. I took it back to zoning. It might not be their fence, but it's on their property line. It has to be considered, you know, I don't know whose fence it is, but she handed in a survey showing it on her property line, so it's part of it, but she just wanted that part of the record. I don't think he had a problem with the fence, but the whole thing was she wanted me to go back and, yeah. So, that's all. I think everything else, I believe you were okay with. I don't think there was any sightline issue.
I'll move it.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Okay, that's the first one. The second one is 26-86. Fence, that you asked that the fence be moved. Let's see. Oh, they removed it. They removed that, they removed the 6-foot-high fence.
I like cooperation.
Yeah. That was
I'll move it.
Schumacher.
I'll
Okay.
second.
Lisa
Rita?
will second.
Lisa, okay. And the next one, so this one, it's been back and forth. This is 26-150, 61 Riviera Drive, South Massapequa. They came in originally for a height variance of 31 feet. They, board asked that it be lowered.
I'm
They
fine
had
with that
two
one.
9-foot ceilings.
Yeah.
you know.
Those homes are big there.
Yeah.
They're on the water, they're
What you
big.
said, low. They came back to me with a second set of plans, and they lowered it even more, but it created a roof pitch variance, which
Yeah.
they didn't ask for, so I couldn't bring that back. They would have had to start all over.
Yeah.
So they came back with a third set of plans. They lowered the second floor to 8-foot ceilings, and this is the end
Those are
result.
big homes. Those are big homes on the water there, so.
All right, you wanna move it, Lon?
I'll move it.
Who
Do I
wants
have
to
a
second
second?
it?
I'll second.
Lisa?
Yep.
Favor? Aye. And just 2 names for the parent child, please.
Lois and Rita.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, everybody,
Appreciate it.
continue to enjoy your